Stop right there.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing, you're all very welcome here to the O2 Arena, London. And once again, a very warm welcome to you, the viewers, joining us at home, live and exclusive on Sky Sports Box Office. This is 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant European Cruiserweight crown. Our officials appointed by the European Boxing Union, our supervisor at ringside, from Italy, Signora Enzo Jacoponi. And our three scoring judges. From France, Robin Dolpierre. From Mallorca, Spain, Manuel Oliver. From Italy, Adrio Zanoni. Timekeeper from Harrow, Michael McGann. When the bell rings, referee in charge from Roma, Italia, Signor Massimo Baravecchio. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet our boxers. In the red corner, wearing white shorts with black on the scales, at 14 stone, 2 pounds 8 ounces. From 39 contests, he has 36 wins. 26 wins inside the distance, only 3 defeats. The former WBC International Silver Champion, the former European Cruiser Champion, the reigning WBA Intercontinental Cruiserweight Champion from Wrocław, Poland, Mateusz, the Master Masternak. In the blue corner, wearing blue shorts with white trim, on the scales 14 stone 3 pounds, from 28 contests, 25 wins, 16 inside the scheduled distance, only 2 defeats, 1 draw. Former undefeated British, Commonwealth and WBC Silver Light Heavyweight Champion, reigning WBO International Cruiserweight Champion and World Title Challenger from Liverpool, England, Tony Bellew.
Remember what I told you in dressing room. No rabbit punch. Watch your head, no low blow. Check your heads. Good luck.
The big stare from Tony Bellew as he gets ready for the biggest night of his cruiserweight career against a man who's held this belt before in Mateusz Masternak. Didn't hold it for very long, held it for 3 months. And he lost it in March of 2013 to Grigory Drodz. Drodz, of course, went on to become world champion, and that's the goal awaiting these two.
Seconds out, first round.
This then for the vacant European Cruiserweight title. Masternak in the silver and black, Bellew in the blue, with the name Creed emblazoned on the back of his trunks. Bellew, of course, has talked a good fight, as he always does. That's something you can never accuse him of lacking. The reality is, though, Tony's promised all-out war. The reality, if you sniff around in his camp gym, they say they want to make this quite tactical and technical, and the jab, and in particular the double jab, absolutely vital tonight. And we're seeing Bellew try to go to work with that already.
Yeah, I think the jab is crucial in this one. Masternak also has a decent jab of his own. He's not as quick as Bellew. And I think the double jab, certainly in the early rounds, would be a really good plan.
The other thing they've worked on a lot in the Bellew camp the last few weeks, with body shots, not something we necessarily associate with Tony Bellew. Let's see if those come into play, particularly, as you say, the longer the fight goes on, whether he may be able to wear down Masternak. The feeling is, every chance that this one is going to go the distance. Bellew looks to land the big right hand and misses by a long, long way.
Yeah, both kind of struggling to find the range in the early stages here, as you would expect with 2 experienced fighters. Masternak adventurous enough, trying the right hand, a couple of good left hook from Bellew.
Bellew's having some success, first with the jabs and, as you say there, with the left hook as well. Some good success here with the lead hand. Bellew. It's better from Masternak. All sorts of possibilities out there for the winner of this one.
Good right hand from Bellew, leading with it, and Masternak wants to back off after it. A good body shot too. I think that right hand has troubled Masternak.
He's just sunk a right hook into the body as well. Good sharp work this from Bellew.
Yeah, well, just as I'm thinking, there's not a lot to split them in the opener. Bellew has turned it on.
And some nice looking body work in there as well the last few seconds. Good stuff this from Bellew.
It's a confident start from Bellew, which is very important, obviously, at this level. He's confident to throw left hooks as early as the opening round and land them too. But the right hand is the one that's done the damage on the 2 occasions. Masternak knows he's chasing things in the opener, trying to maybe produce something of his own, but...
Breathe. Listen, if you move your head and you stood in that pocket like we did in sparring, and you use that left hand, pop, just a touch, pop, pop, when you move your the body shots you've already found already, right? Don't fire that right hand from too far out. Don't get too giddy, right? When you're throwing right hand, you're leaving your right foot a little bit slow. Speed the back foot when it goes round. Lovely round, lovely. I need that to stay safe. Right, the exact same. Don't get too giddy. Bit by bit, we'll break him up. Okay. The body shot, lovely. The minute you got up close, red bong, bong,
There's confirmation. Dave Caldwell happy with the body work there from Bellew.
Corners, 10
that's the right
seconds.
hand, and I think that troubled Masternak a little bit. He was quite happy to just catch himself a breather to recover from
Round
that one. Good
2.
shot.
Round 2 then. Eye-catching stuff in the opening session from Bellew, but Masternak did recover well, regrouped, and managed to get his jab going in the last few seconds of that round. And that jab could become a real nuisance if Bellew doesn't find a way of dealing with it. Again, just a bit guilty of loading up. The message from Dave Caldwell in the corner was using the head. Don't let the red mist come down. Don't let the heart take over.
Masternak getting his own jab moving, getting that little bit closer with it.
Yeah, it's something Bellew's going to have to deal with. If he can take that Masternak jab away, it's going to make life an awful lot easier for him. But at the moment, the pole having enough success with it, just keep him very occupied and keep Bellew occupied, more to the point.
Yeah, but I think Bellew is loading up. He's looking for the right hand again, but making it maybe just a little bit obvious. That's more like he wants to relax. Start working the jab. He hasn't used that to great effect this round as yet. That was
the
blocked.
body shot
Good
again.
body shot, but it was blocked.
That's a shove.
Sometimes doing that in the early stages of a fight, you know, just to bully the other guy a little bit. You make your point. Nothing much wrong with that. There's a jab from Masternak again.
And it's a good jab. It's,
Yep.
it's a nuisance of a weapon, this, that Masternak's firing out there.
Yeah, that's his main weapon, but he's getting the right hand out as well.
Good footwork there from Masternak, getting out of range of the Bellew shots as well.
I just get the feeling that Bellew's looking for big punches. You know, he's walking a little jolting right hand and the same punch again. Maybe get the concentration on a higher level, Bellew. Just remember what's coming back at him. Don't just keep concentrating on what you want to do. Things not happening for Bellew at the moment.
No, Masternak's doing a very good job of making him miss. That early good work of Bellew's, particularly in the latter minute or so of that first round. We haven't seen any of that in this second round yet, as we get down to the last few seconds of it as well. He's been busy and he's been a nuisance in this second round, Masternak.
I feel too, coming up in weights is tough these days with the weigh-in the day before. I mean, Bellew's come up to this weight, whereas Masternak's probably come down to it, and he's looking strong. Good round there for Masternak.
He stopped using a jab, right? That gave him some control, right?
Yeah.
Don't just walk in there thinking you're going to take him out one shot. This is a break him up type of fight. Do you understand?
Yeah. Where do you the body shots?
Yeah, but you're not using your left hand to set him up.
Okay.
Right? The minute, remember in sparring, the minute you stop using that left hand, it's easier for them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Hopefully now do the rope tongue twice.
Yeah. Listen to me. Don't be looking for the big shots.
Yeah, okay.
The big shots will come. The first round were perfect. Right? I want that head movement, I want that jab, and then when you go in, you'll see the gaps. Whether it's up or down, you'll see the gaps. But don't be looking. Yeah.
Corners,
Bring
10
that back.
seconds.
Goldwell was saying, where's your jab? Where's that gone? You're making it easier for him if you don't produce the jab. And it was easier for Masternak.
Seconds
in that
up.
round.
Yeah, and he's also
Round
saying you're setting up the
three.
big punches, and that was a little bit obvious in the second. He was looking for big shots.
Well, let's see if we see the Bellew jab come back into play. He is a listener. Need a jab. I think they had a few more right hands like that. Saw the opening, went for it. But he is a good listener, good learner. That's certainly not the all-out war that was talked about. Nobody realistically expected that. These two very well matched. There's so much at stake for both of them. Nowhere to go there for Masternak, but unfortunately for Bellew, he couldn't punish him. Mastonak's still proving to be tricky here. There's Bellew looking to try and just trade jab for jab. There's that double jab again. That's going to be so important for Bellew in this fight.
Cross that inside, watch.
I think that Masternak jab's a little bit of a nuisance here. That fall into the right hand there. No, I think Bellew can see this could shape up as a tough night. Get both trying left hooks now. Good right hand. That's the difference between the two of that right hand from Bellew when they get a sit target.
Good work again there from Bellew. Guard up there to block those shots off. Still this probing for openings, but Bellew keeping busier with the jab, keeping that left hand busier, more active, which is exactly what he was told to do. Nice body shot there, nice left hook to the body. Dug in from Bellew.
Yeah, a little bit more imagination in Bellew's boxing. Masternak pretty straightforward in his approach. You know what's coming.
Well, it's the left hand. We've seen the jabs and double jabs here. If Bellew keeps that left hand going, he can control this fight. If he abandons it, Masternak will be right back on his case.
Nice evasive stuff there from Bellew. He's thinking a little bit sharper now. I thought he was a bit flat in the second round. But you know, he's certainly thinking that little bit sharper here. Making Masternak miss there. Just pushing and setting up, holding with one hand and throwing with the other. Good refereeing there. Good.
We've seen quite a bit of this referee. He's always done a good job whenever we've seen him. Sometimes you get some officials coming over from Europe and you get your eyebrows raised. Everyone knows him. Carl Schulten last week apparently. Not this fella. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I've liked Bellew in this round so far, but I must say Masternak really has raised the tempo. He's going for it. Maybe he thinks being the natural cruiserweight in his eyes, you know, he wants to use his strength. But I like Bellew's boxing in that round.
place sold out pretty quickly when this fight was announced, the main fight, that is, Joshua and Whyte.
Corners,
Speaking
10
of,
seconds.
here is the big fella, AJ. Harry Kane of Tottenham Hotspur. Thinks an easy win for Anthony Joshua.
Round 4.
Time will tell, and that particular clock is ticking. A few fights to go before then, of course, including this one. Bellew against Masternak for the European Cruiserweight title. A title that's been held by 5 previous Brits, 2 of whom are in the building with us. Johnny Nelson, David Hay, Enzo Macarinelli boxing in Moscow tonight. We wish him well. Carl Thompson, Terry Dunstan rounding out the quintet. Tony Bellew looking to make it 6 tonight, if he can get past this busy and useful Masternak.
Yeah, I think Masternak wants to make this more physical. Doesn't want a stand-off boxing match, good leg hook from Bellew. So I think he's trying to put it on Bellew, maybe sap some of the energy. So Bellew wants to bring that right hand as often as possible. That's the one that shakes him up.
And we continue to just dig in the body shots. Dave Caldwell was saying during training camp that he feels Masternak going in there and getting a good combination of himself, but he's feeling that Bellew is punching harder now when he takes him on the pads. He can feel the difference. Yeah, there's that Masternak jab though, just a nuisance. Keeping him right in this fight. Bellew doubling up his. Other than the jabs, Jim, Masternak saw that one coming. Other than the jabs, Masternak struggles to get any consistent success going with any other shots. You look for the jab to set up other things. Masternak struggling to set up those other punches at
No,
once.
I mean, he is pretty straightforward in his approach. That's what I mean, you know, Bellew a bit more imagination in what he's doing. So, again, you know, the jab is a bit of a nuisance. Tony's carrying his hands low in a low blow. Well, I thought the punch was low, but they're more worried about the head. The head's coming together.
Swelling up around the left eye, Masternak here in this 4th round.
No, he looks like he's going to be a problem over the 12 rounds, Masternak. He really does look strong. He's not producing a lot, you know, he's a little bit clumsy at times, but I mean, he's on the case. He realises he has to raise the tempo. Missing wildly there, but again, straight onto Bellew's case.
Yeah, he's on his case, but he's just not doing much.
No, he's not producing. I think he knows he wants this at a pace. He wants it less of a boxing match, as I was saying, and more of a tear-up. Bellew coping with that attack well.
Yeah, he's handling himself very well here, Bellew. Flicking off a little right-hand counter there on the bell too.
Bit by bit, you wear out. Bit by bit. You need to listen. You need to use that left hand. You give him too many right hands that round for me. You give him too many right hands. Right? You know what to do. As long as that's working, same as sparring. Whenever you've got a high percentage of jabs going, it's a lot easier to spar. Right? Yeah. Off that whip the body shots. You're looking for that left hook too much now, so he's seen it coming. Right? You're going with that left hook. So he's going to start trying to fight that right hand over the top of your left hook. Right? Don't give him that. Right? Bury it up. Big deep breaths. Tuck it up. When he backs up, I need you to creep. He can't box going backwards. He's not coming. He can't throw power.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Yeah, Masternak being a little
Seconds
bit more
up.
adventurous, and he knows
Round
he has
5.
to set the pace.
Now 5 then in this battle for the vacant European Cruiserweight title, which was boxed for recently. It was a draw between a Belgian and a Ukrainian, but they both got shunted aside, and this match got made. Such is boxing politics. And for the winner, not only do you cement your top 15 ranking right across the board, because both of them are ranked in the top 15 with all 4 sanctioning bodies, you come closer to a shot at the world title. And the shot that Masternak would like is the WBO champion, fellow Pole Krzysztof Glowatsky, who recently upset the odds with a win against Marco Huck.
Well, Masternak starting around with a decent right hand. Bellew not quite finding the range.
Bellew a little bit marked around the left eye as well now. Lunge a little bit through there, Masternak. Well, it's a disciplined performance this so far from Bellew. He's resisted the temptation to load up with those punches, which he's been guilty of in the past. He's trying to pick those shots, trying to dictate things behind that jab and the double jab. But what he can't do is get Masternak on the back foot, and I think Caldwell would like him to try and do that if he can.
I'd like him to come forward when he's throwing the punches. You know, he's backing off his counter and he's moving around nicely. But when the time comes to let some punches go, I'd like to see him get his body weight forward with the punches. You want to discourage this fella's marching forward. He's naturally bigger, naturally stronger. So meet him with good, solid punches. Trying it there.
Masternak too quick for him on that occasion. At least he tried to set it up through the double jab first before going for that combination. Caught with the left-hand counter there, and he loaded up with the right hand, and when he does load up, he usually falls short, a long way short.
Good jab there from Masternak again. No one really put their stamp on this round as yet. Well, Bellew trying to claim the centre of the ring, which is better. Spending maybe too long back towards the ropes.
Well, if he can take the centre of the ring, that's going to help him a lot.
Yeah, if he can stop this man's march forward, he'll get more snap into his own punches, but this has not been a great round for Bellew.
No. I don't get the sense that Masternak's one of those guys that can box on the back foot either, so if Bellew can take that centre ground and force his man back, some good things may happen for him.
Right? Don't start acting like you're feeling tired, because you're not fucking tired, because I've seen what you've been doing. Right? Right? We expected an hard night's work. This is going to be an hard night's work.
House
I need you
at the
to use that
O2,
chance.
sold out in a matter of hours.
Quicker. Right?
Such is the
And when you're
interest.
throwing your power shots, you're looking at a single power
main
shot.
event in
Don't look at a
particular,
single power
Anthony
shot.
Joshua
Right? We're in
and
cage
Whyte.
rooms. Like we're on pad. Right? Go with speed, not with power. Don't load up on it. You load up, you're going to tire yourself out. Do you understand?
4-1 or 3-2?
3-2. Right? No fucking excuses here. Right?
Corners, 10 seconds.
Well, apologies again.
Seconds out.
Although Caldwell
Round
is
6.
reading the riot act, and you heard what he said in terms of rounds 3-2. I don't think many would disagree drastically with that assessment. And that was officially a flea in Tony Bellew's ear. That was a rocket he just got.
I think Tony, you know, he has to be careful of these right hands. You know, his own left hand is low. And there's not a lot of head movement, and he's standing tall, just waiting there. As again, just as I'm speaking, he's going to have to find an answer to that. Either get the left hand up, or judge his range a little bit better. See, this march forward, and I think the corner have told Masternak to start using the right hand more. He's looking for it all the while at the moment.
Bellew looking for a right hand of his own over the top there. Masternak again looking to be on the front foot. Sharp little counter there from the pole.
That one troubled Bellew a little bit. I think he's not looking for another one of those. And with his own body weight leaning back, there's not the same power. It was a good shot, but not great. You know, when you're leaning back on the ropes, you're not generating the same power in your own punches. Now, this is heavy weather for Tony. Masternak really, you know, on the charge. Clumsy looking right hand there from Masternak. Bellew seems to be waiting. I don't think that was purely by action, but the referee is a little bit pernickety, but nevertheless doing a good job. But I'm worried about the right hand, Tony not blocking or slipping enough of them. And again.
And we're seeing a lot less of the Bellew jab. That's a bit more like it. Bellew can keep that jab firing. It looks like he can take control, but he just doesn't seem to fire it out enough.
And I'm worrying about this right hand of Masternak. He's the one going a little bit bomb-happy with it, but it's working for him.
Another crude assault from Masternak. But he is setting the tempo here, forcing Bellew to go at his pace.
Yeah, well, a couple of rounds ago I was saying that Masternak wants it less of a boxing match, more of a tear-up, and he's managing that. See, with Bellew on the move and on the ropes are not the same. Again, the referee a little bit pernickety. I don't think anything that we've seen has been intentional.
Well, this one halfway looks too close to call.
Well, I've got Masternak squaring things up here in this round.
Yeah, me too. That's how we're seeing it. I wonder how a guy who knows this division very well indeed is seeing it. Glenn McCrory.
Nick, I see it pretty much the same as you guys have got it. I think it's very, very even. Tony started well. I think he got his double jab working well enough, trying to bring combinations in, and I think that's what they need to do. But he looked very confident early on, got the centre of the ring, started pushing Masternak back, and it looked as if it was, it was going to improve and get better for Tony Bellew. But as the rounds have gone on, Masternak, I don't know whether it's his youth or his strength, but he's starting to push Tony Bellew back more and more. And Bellew's coming in with the left hand a little bit too low, and he's been made to pay with that right hand, and I think that's given Masternak confidence. He's pushing forward now, and he can see the goal in sight if he can land that right hand, but I think already he's just feeling that Bellew's not liking it in there.
Round
so Tony needs to step it up, get the centre of the ring and force the fight more.
Thanks very much, Glenn. You're absolutely right. I think when you say that Masternak senses that Bellew is not enjoying it in there. And whilst we didn't hear what was said in the Bellew corner there, as we were listening to Glenn, it didn't look like an exchange of pleasantries.
Well, I think Bellew has to take it to Masternak more than he's doing. I don't mean 3 minutes of every round, but he needs to get some purchase into his punches, and he's going to do that with coming forward and behind the shots. The jab, as we've spoken about, we said in the opening round, that was crucial, and we've hardly seen that in the last couple of rounds. Masternak, he's looking confident and he's looking strong and he's looking as though he can do this all night long.
I'll tell you something else that seems to have disappeared from the Arsenal. I just saw one there as I said that. Body shots. He was thumping in some big body shots earlier. Seems to have abandoned that.
That was a low one from Masternak on the blind side of the referee there. But what Masternak is good at this level is manoeuvring opponents. And too often he's doing that with Bellew. He's not under any pressure. He's deciding when to engage. Bellew needs to take it to him more often, lead off a bit more often.
He's also doing a good job, Masternak, of avoiding those big, long right hands that Bellew is launching every once in a while.
Yeah, while he gets his own home.
It's a good right hand counter there from Bellew as Masternak left himself open. Nice little sharp right hook from Bellew as well. Now can he build on this? He's landed a few solid shots upstairs and the body earlier, and Masternak soaked it all up pretty good. You wonder if Bellew, with that power that Dave Caldwell says he's developed recently, you wonder if he can hurt Masternak.
Well, look at this, it's a different action altogether when Bellew gets the centre of the ring and pushes him back. A good double jab there from Bellew. This is a bit better. Well blocked from Bellew. His defensive boxing is good again. The referee's just a little bit pernickety. Thankfully he's not stopping the action. He was just having a quick word. No, he just wants to leave on with a good solid jab from Bellew. Much better when he's away from those ropes.
There's a decent left hook to the body, but Bellew being urged whilst he's in action here by Dave Colwell, just screaming at him to keep your left hand up.
See, I think you might be finding this heavy weather because of the strength up at cruiserweight. I liked him in that round, that was better.
Well, let's see if Dave Colwell agrees with that assessment.
Right to top, come on. Better round. Be sharp, be more aggressive. Listen, his arse all fell out because he started putting it on him. Right? Don't just go for one shot at a time where you're leaving your leg behind. Go with speed. Right? Go with, and put together. You know when you're up close, feel your legs go bam bam, bam bam bam. You know what? We are up past bam bam bam. Yeah. Two hooks, right up close. Two hooks, right hand. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because you, by the time you're thinking about it, it's fucking up. I need to go quick, sharp reaction. Be alert in the pocket. Be alert. Moving your head, because expect it.
Jim, that's how you're seeing
shot.
it.
So be alert.
Second.
Right? Much better round.
All to play.
As you know, Sam.
Yes, we don't really taking charge at any time in any of those rounds.
Round 8.
Round 8. Referee just holds him up while he waits for the corners to clear. So it was better from Bellew that last round, and he needed a better round as well. Straight right hand. Divides his time when he's in camp between Rotherham, where he has his training base now, and the family home in Liverpool. That's tough. He says he's got a right couple of firecrackers of stablemates in the McDonald twins, Jamie and Gavin, laugh a minute stuff. They've become good friends, those three. They'll be watching, no doubt, and hoping that Tony can deliver this one. Well, he's going to have to work very hard for it, because Masternak is giving him nothing easy here. And another little telling off from the referee, who's certainly been pernickety.
You know, at the start of the action, I was thinking the left jab of Bellew very important, but after the first couple of rounds, the right hand really did some damage. So I wouldn't mind seeing him being a little bit, not quite bomb happy, but bring it into play a little bit more often.
Still coming at him, Masternak, and still having success with some good right hands in this spell as well.
Tony breathing with the mouth open, which is never a good sign. Is that right hand
keeps
that's been
getting
worrying
tagged
me.
with it.
Walking onto the jab as well, Bellew. The mouth open with his breathing is also dangerous if you get caught when you're biting down on that gum shield. These are just kind of poking up shots, as though he's trying to wait till his head clears, you know. No real snap in those punches from Bellew. I just wonder, is he feeling this heavy weather, you know, facing a decent, you know, full cruiserweight?
I'm wondering if he's feeling the effects of those 4 solid right hands that Masternak has landed in this round. He has bought himself some time to get his head clear. He's done well. Because he did look like he was feeling it, and Masternak again straight on his case. And there's the jab coming in, and another big swinging right hand that just misses the target from Masternak.
Well, I was complimenting Tony on his defensive boxing earlier, but not now. It's as though the reflexes have deserted him slightly. You know, he's been caught with these shots and no movement whatsoever. I honestly feel it's real heavy weather turning into a real slog for Bellew. That wasn't all that low, nothing really to complain about.
Well, a massive, massive night for Tony Bellew in the context of his career. Something we could equally say about the Dagenham lightweight Kevin Mitchell, who is up as soon as this one's done. It's a must-win night for Kevin. Let's hear from him with Andy Scott.
Kevin, back at the scene of that brutal loss to Jorge Linares in a great fight though. What sort of fight are we expecting from you tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be a gutsy fight, it's going to be a troublesome fight. I'd imagine it's going to be nitty and gritty at some rounds. Sort of fight I'm going to have to get bare and square and get through the grind and get my job done. It's just going to be a tough fight.
Lots being made of Ismael Barroso's power. What will you do to negate that?
Basically, I'll counter him. I'll make him pay when he's missing. Just things like that really. When he's trying to get his breathers, I'll make sure he ain't getting his breathers. And I'll step on him.
knockout or points, you're confident of victory?
Knockout points, whatever. I fancy winning definitely 100% easily.
Best of luck.
Kevin Mitchell confident. Hopefully
Corners,
Kevin
10 seconds.
and his army of fans, a different outcome the last time we saw him in this arena, and that incredibly gutsy
Seconds
effort
out.
against Jorge
Round
Linares.
9.
And it's going to take some guts for Tony Bellew to drag himself through this.
You know, sometimes, Nick, looking at fighters during the break, just their expressions on their face, are they happy? Can they not wait for the bell to ring for the next round and all that? Didn't see a lot of that from Big Tony, but we know he'll dig in and give it his best shot here.
Well, he's going to have to dig in, because the way you're seeing it mirrors the way I'm seeing it. Glenn upstairs was certainly seeing it that way. This one's level after 8.
Yeah, I've got it back. The last 2 rounds I've given them one apiece again. But, I just get the feeling Masternak is the more comfortable of the two with what's taking place.
Going to work with the jab again here from Bellew. Masternak misses badly. And again, just keeps throwing the punches. Getting very excited in Masternak's corner.
See, he's manoeuvring Tony. Good shot. Right, follow it up.
Good spell this from Bellew, and they really are both unloading here. Well, it's roll the dice time for these two big fellas now. Who's going to land?
Good solid right hand from Bellew.
But Masternak's taken it.
Well, still half of this round to go.
Well, I just thought for a moment there we were going to go to war. Bellew looked to just unload. Settle back down again. Masternak missing with the hooks.
Swelling in Bellew's eye.
Yeah, that's been there for a couple of rounds now, hasn't it?
Yeah. The worst of them, I don't want that closing.
Does look a bit heavy on his legs here, Bellew, as well. Bellew again just swings, digs and says, come on, let's have a go, let's trade hooks. Well, Bellew loaded everything up there and nearly left himself wide open. The tape has come loose from one of Masternak's gloves. That's got to be dealt with.
Well, I've liked the quality of some of Bellew's work in this round, but I get the feeling it's taken a lot out of him.
That tape is not as bad as I thought it was. It's just hanging there, but yeah, Bellew continuing just to load up, look for the big shots.
Easy round to score this one, but I've liked to know that the attachment when Bellew has really taken it to Masternak. I've liked his work, but you still get the feeling that Masternak is in the driving seat. Tough round to score that one.
A long walk back to the corner for Bellew.
I wonder if that round has just taken a lot out of Bellew, but punches like that, real quality stuff. You know, we had the steady pressure from Masternak, but I don't feel that he introduced all that much. But when Bellew really set himself for his punches and mounted a couple of real solid attacks, it was impressive stuff like that. So I've leaned towards him for that round, but still very close, and that really was a tough round to separate them.
Well, the last time this belt was contested,
Corners,
it
10
ended in a
seconds.
draw. Unless one of these
If
two
you
men
want to win, you have to prove it to him.
Round
put
10.
3 big rounds together, this one could follow suit because it's that close. Masternak in the silver and black, Bellew in the blue with the white trim. All to play for. Here's confirmation of your card, Jim. As you say.
Yeah, 1 point up, so nice if the judges are agreeing with that or doing even better.
Europe, of course, France, Spain and Italy.
Well, you're trying to draw mistakes from Masternak. Just he has the punches ready. Just trying to draw the leads. Masternak, experienced, just taking his time, taking his moments.
Bellew doing a good job there with the double jab. Just doing a good job here, Bellew, of neutralising Masternak, picking him off with little counters, keeping the jab going. And Masternak's timing not quite there at the moment. Now Bellew can really just jump on this, put a good round in the bank. How crucial that could be.
So Masternak's obvious with the right hand when Bellew's on the ropes. He's leaning away from it, but he's busying things up, Masternak.
Yeah, he's picking it up now, isn't he? Well, he took that breather on the ropes now. Bellew's come back out of his shell, looking to push forward.
Solid jab, Masternak again. Bellew coming back with a couple.
Things that was a big one. Finally he got through with a solid shot there, Masternak. Bellew responded with a right of his own. Couldn't pull the trigger on the follow-up though. Well, Masternak has done a good job of grinding away in this round because the radar wasn't quite tuned in the first minute or so. He's kept it together, kept the punches going, and has had more success the longer this round's gone on.
Yeah, well, when you have the strength advantage, that's going to be the case, you know, in the last minute of the round. You're looking to inflict some damage. Here's the right hand again. Bellew was avoiding that earlier. He's not avoiding them at the moment.
No, he's not.
So if you're not avoiding them, come back with something better. Heavy leg in there.
Then. Yeah,
yep,
he got
leg.
absolutely rocked there in the last few seconds. And digging in, showing his heart. Looking for a response here, Bellew. That is a good response from Bellew, but I wonder how much that big shot took out of him. But did he do enough to get a share of that round? If he didn't, and he didn't on my card, this one's leveled out with 2 to go.
Right, all on these 2 rounds. All on these 2 rounds. Take it as though you're getting beat. Right? Right, listen to it. It's about your ball, it's about your bullseye, it's about your arm. Right? You can't talk it and not do it. If you want to win this fight, you have to have your hands up, hands tight, and fucking working now. Right? You understand?
We're looking at some of the replays.
You understand that?
Yeah, both feeling the pace, but I just feel the natural strength, being the natural cruiserweight. You know, the edge was with Masternak in that round. As you said, Nick, I've got it squared up yet again. I just wish Big Tony could string 2 good rounds together.
10 seconds.
But he's getting a big tongue lashing in the corner. They know what's required now. It's just will to win now. Tactics and talent and ability are out the window. It's just dig in. And how much do you want it?
Yeah, gut check time, isn't it? 2 rounds to go. Who can find the strong 6 minutes here? Tony Bellew or Mateusz Masternak? Bellew comes out sharp and fast. Can he keep this going?
Well, I'm thinking don't do too much early.
Pace it.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking don't get hit early in the first minute or so, then put the pedal down and impress the judges. Because Masternak still does look strong. Get the jab off. Still kind of look of frustration from Bellew there. He wants to get that right hand on, but he's just can't time it properly. Just these little flicking jabs from Masternak, you know, just breaking his concentration, his rhythm.
It's something he's kept going throughout the fight very well, Masternak. Another solo on, getting the right hand over the top as well. And the crowd back into it as well, but Masternak pushed over clearly.
That's a couple of examples of the right hand that Tony looked so dangerous with in the early rounds. And we see a little bit more of it here.
Well, again, Masternak seems to have regrouped. He is taking some right hands now, the Pole, but he wasn't taking earlier.
Yep. Bellew's landed the better punches in the first half of the round. Can he sustain it? Does he have the strength, the stamina?
Continue to work the body. Masternak has not done a lot of work in this round. As we get down to the last minute of it, it's been better this for Bellew. Can he stay on top now? Real complaint there from Bellew. Just said how many times to the referee. The referee just calming him down.
Yeah, I think he said, I'll referee the fight, you do the boxing.
It's Masternak that's come out on top, and Bellew, as the red mist come down, the fans have got into it, but this may not be smart from Bellew. He's laying it on the line here. Good body work. Really digging in here, Bellew. You've got to admire his guts.
Yeah, we needed a big effort from Bellew in this round, and we've got it from him. Another round, not easy to score. Masternak keeps coming back with those clubbing right hands. A good shot from Bellew again.
It really was.
Bellew follows everything up. I'm moving slightly if it was Bellew there.
Might be too, but I think you made a very good point, Jim. None of these rounds, not one of them.
This is what it's about, Sans, this last round.
This guy or that guy, absolutely comprehensively dominated.
Do you understand me?
It could go either way.
I need you to win this round. We need to knock this fucker out. Right, to be sure, we need to knock him out.
Yeah, well, Bellew started early in the round, landing some real good shots in the first half of the round. He definitely landed the better shots. And Masternak come back at him. And Bellew dug in. The gut check you were talking about, yeah, there's Tony just having a little gripe at the referee. And fair comment to Masternak was pulling down and punching at the same time. So one
Corners,
big
10
effort
seconds.
from Bellew may just be enough.
Coldwell said you
Seconds
have to
out.
knock this guy out
12
to make sure.
and final round.
Now Bellew comes out throwing bombs here, there, and everywhere. Will he leave himself open? Is there going to be some late drama here? A sharp combination to open this 12th round from Bellew. 3 minutes, another big right hand there from the Liverpool man.
You know, that might be good polish, and that come out early in the round and land the big right hand while you still have the sharpness before the weariness takes over, and he's done that. There goes another big right hand. Good thinking from Bellew, and then just tough it out later in the round.
And then Masternak though grits his teeth and he comes back. He's soaked up everything that Bellew's landed. Desperately, desperately close this. Masternak swinging and missing, and again. Bellew coming out with that big fast start. Now he's regrouped, and in that time, Masternak has not punished him, not made him pattern. And they're just cancelling each other out here in this last round.
Masternak is still looking strong, but not really looking sharp. The wrist landed in that shot.
Yeah, there's been a lot, especially in the later rounds, a lot's been wasted from Masternak. And again, Bellew looked at the referee and picked up an uppercut for his pains there.
Really protect yourself at all times is the phrase that springs to mind. Another big effort from Bellew. We need another minute of this. Good stuff.
Again, landed well there, Bellew. Masternak, though, continues to try and hunt him down. Down inside the last minute now.
I mean, we can see Bellew, you know, poised with the right hand, waiting for Masternak, so I'm sure he can see it too. But Masternak, really untidy work from him in the last round here.
Yeah, he needed a bit of a good solid left hand to shake the Masternak. Bellew on him instantly. Bellew sensed it. And this is the finish that Tony Bellew needed.
Yeah, it has to pour it on. 30 seconds to go. Masternak really on the defensive. He's
shaking again, another one of those left hands. And he's wobbling and he's all over the place here, Masternak. Absolutely sold out here. Bellew with a crunching uppercut. Masternak trying to survive in desperate trouble. Bellew finishing in a storming fashion here. But then Masternak somehow regroups, but the legs are not obeying him. Down inside the last 10 seconds. Well, he may not get the knockout, but he's had a big finish here, Bellew. Is that going to be enough to win him the European title? Masternak out on his feet, but survived. Bellew has done enough on my card. Whether the judges see it that way, we'll have to wait and see. But that was the strong finish. A finish that would be worthy of a champion.
Yeah, and Big Tony can be proud of himself. The character he's shown in this one tonight, that was a heavy slog from start to finish. I have him 2 points up, and I mean, okay, a lot of rounds throughout the fight where you could nick it one way or the other. Nobody really put their stamp on it, nobody really took charge. But I would be disappointed if the judges see it against Tony Bellew. I think he needed a big finish in the last couple of rounds. He really needed to produce, and he did that. And he had the biggest round out of the fight. That wasn't far off a 10-8 round, so close to a knockdown, which would certainly have put the clincher on it. But look at the effort here. I mean, he must have been exhausted by this point. As I say, it was heavy weather from start to finish, but then the punches landed, and Bellew always follows up. He lands one decent punch, he follows it up. He doesn't step back to make sure the other guy's hurt. He follows it up, and that's what he was doing here. And that's the one that caused the damage, because it caught him on the point of the chin and took everything out of him. His legs were heavy, he was badly shaken, he was stunned. Did well to finish the round. A knockdown at this point really would have been so sweet for Bellew, but I feel he's done enough even without that.
It was so close, wasn't it, after 10? Mutual respect between the two at the end as well. But no question whatsoever that Bellew dominated that last round. But we wait and see what the judges make of this one. And I think we're about to find out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Massimo Baravecchio will bring together both boxers. And we go to our judges' score totals. Judge Manuel Oliver sees the contest 115, 113. Judges Adrio Zanoni and Robin Dolpier both see the contest 115, 112. In favor of the winner, the new European Cruiserweight champion from Liverpool.
It's Tony Bellew. He's done it. Those last 2 rounds, absolutely vital. Tony Bellew, European Cruiserweight champion. And it means the world to him and his trainer, Dave Coldwell, whose guidance
ladies and gentlemen, please
was
show your
foot
appreciation
perfect.
for his opponent, Mateusz Masternak.
Yeah, and I tell you, an entertaining 12 rounds all the way through. It wasn't messy, no clinching or whatever, just action. Good solid punching all the way through. Tony found it heavy weather. I'm wondering, does he still have some growing into the division to do? I don't know. But he showed loads of heart, loads of character, and a fair bit of talent mixed in.
And that's earned him the belt, and it keeps him on track for what he craves more than anything else. Hollywood stardom, forget it. This man is desperate to be a world champion. That dream remains alive. A hard-fought, gutsy win for the new European champion. He needed that strong finish, and he produced it when he needed it most. Terrific effort from Tony Bellew.
Well, Tony, congratulations, new European champion, but just how rough and tough was that in there, especially in the later rounds?
Do you know what, the truth be known, I know I talk a lot of crap and stuff like that, but in a million years I never believed I was good enough to be European champion. I tell people I'm going to be world champion, but in my own mind, deep down, I've never believed I was good enough to do that. Do you know what? I was happy winning an ABA title when I got into this business, because I never thought I was good enough to be national champion in my own country. So being a European champion, it's nuts.
Tell us what that belt means to you then.
It's not mine, to be 3 boys in the house already, so I told him I'd bring it home, and I did. You know, I knew that was going to be a hard fight tonight because I knew he'd never done anything fantastic, but he done everything well. He was well-rounded. He's one of the most well-rounded fighters in the division. He's far better than the IBF champion Ramirez, who's basically a pussy for pulling out and didn't want to fight me.
Apologies for the language there. I know you're fired up, but just careful with the language.
I'll be totally honest, I meant pussycat. So it's you know, I just want to fight the best fighters and see how good I am, because you know what, truth be known, I don't know how good I am, and I don't actually think I'm that good. I just think I'm gritty, I'm ballsy, and I'll fight till the end.
Eddie, can we get a world title fight for your man?
100%. Listen, he wanted a world title fight. I said Masternak was such a dangerous fight for the European title. So pleased he got the nod, he deserved it. Great last round, showed so much heart. I know he always gets some stick because he always talks a great game. But listen, he took some big shots in there, he showed a heart of a lion. And I really want to deliver that world title shot next year.